Hello to my fellow readers. I'm Jackie, and today I am doing the top 5 event themes from books, or um, book themes that can be used for events. Now, these are not in any particular order, and they are probably cliche answers, but I mean, they're cliche for a reason. Okay, so here it goes. First I'm going to mention Caraval, which I do not have, because that was a library book and I had to return that, but I think that would make a great theme, a great event theme, because it is so beautiful and so many colors, and any party would be, any party based on like a carnival theme I think would be great, because there's so much you can do, so many colors, people can dress up, and so many delicious great food that you could only get that in most cases you could only get at a carnival, and there were so many bright colors, and it's just, and and you could turn it into an act. You could take the game from the book and turn it into as part of your party, like, not, of course, less life and death situation, but like you could have someone hide or something, or you could hide something and everybody has to find and give all these clues and stuff, just like in the book. And people could dress up like the characters, or dress up like people that would be part of Caraval, like all the characters that are at the carnival and at Caraval, and one person could be Legend and pretend to be, and then once you solve the mystery or win the game, and someone could reveal themselves as Legend. I just think it would be really cool for an event theme, for like a party or even a wedding. You could use it for your own wedding. Okay, so actually that brings me to my second one, which would be the Night Circus, which is kind of a similar idea, the same kind of setting. Except for, the only difference would be the look of it would be different. It's more, unlike Caraval, which is like a game and a carnival mixed together, this is more of a circus. So you could have you could have it outside instead of like an actual circus. Well, you could do that with Caraval. So basically these are the same thing. There's just little differences here and there, but it's kind of like the same idea. Just that one, Caraval, I think, is more like a carnival, and this is more of a circus. And again, you could have people dress up as the characters or different performers that would be in the circus, and you would have, the whole thing would be black and white. The whole decoration theme would be black and white with a little bit of red for a splash of color. You could have circus food like popcorn and caramel corn and cotton candy, although I'm not a fan of cotton candy myself, but this is not about me, obviously. And some people could dress up like, people from the 1800s. You could have illusionist magicians. You could have clowns. You could have people that, walk the tightrope. And like I said, it would be the same. It would almost be the exact same thing as Caraval, except for there wouldn't be a game this time. I mean, there could be a competition, because part of the plot of this is the competition between the two magicians. And I think both would be cool for event themes. Okay, so then, anything by Sarah J. Maas I think would be great to base a party theme on, and I think it would be just really cool, because Sarah J. Maas writes a lot about fairies, and we know that she loves fairies, so people can be dressed up as fairies, and you can make your boyfriends or husbands or whatever dress up like, some of the male characters in the books. You could have some people could play the humans, and some people could be dressed up as the fairies, although I think more people would be more prone to dress up like the fairies. And, again, so many beautiful decorations you could have for, it would be a little easier, I think, with, inspiration from ACOTAR, because then you have all the different your whole house decorated, like all the different courts, like different parts of your house. Like you could have the basement be like, if you have a basement, your basement could be like the night court. You could have the autumn court and the spring court, so you have all the colors and all the different like decorations for that represent all the different courts. Although now for the night court, I don't know if you could do as good of the wings as those Fae have, but you could try. And I just feel like it's very open for a lot of dressing up and decorations, and obviously not just for kids, but like, well, more so for adults. And again, this would be another one that would just be really fun, and you could have fun dressing up and decorating your house or the building where you're having this party, and you could even have like a theme, a wedding based on these books if you wanted to, like, and you could, like you said, dress up like the bride could be whichever guy you like in the store. The groom could be whatever male characters that you like in the story. Like you could dress up like everybody loves Rhysand, so you could have your fiance dress up like Rhysand or something if he's willing to, and you could dress up like Freya. And again, this just, there's so many possibilities with all the things. I thought, I feel like with all the ones I picked, I mean, that's why I picked them, obviously. Okay, so, yeah, this is definitely a cliche answer, but, I've seen this before where, like, I remember watching a movie, I can't remember what the movie was called, where this woman goes to this, like, camp that's based on where you can dress up like Jane Austen characters and, do and act the way they would, have tea parties, take walks, gossip about, the men and other women, just, it would, like, so that's kind of, I wish I could remember what that movie was called, but that got me thinking how this would also be a great theme, like, for a wedding shower, or even a wedding, or, or just, even a baby shower or something, that's really only, I guess you can do it for a birthday, too, if you were really into Jane Austen. Again, I know all these answers, a lot of these are cliche, but, again, as I said before, they're cliche for a reason, so. I think a Jane Austen, you could, again, another one that involves dressing up, like, a certain way would be so much fun. It would be uncomfortable after a while, because those, you could probably get a version of the dresses they wore back then that are a little less uncomfortable, but you could and you can have drink tea and have scones, which are really good, by the way. I love scones. They are really tasty. And I'm sure all the women would love to talk like, and I, could gossip, like, talk like they did, and you could, like, have games that revolve around the books. You could learn how to play croquet, or, cricket. Cricket probably would make more sense. That could be what games you play, and you could also do other, like, matching type games that would involve, matching you with, like, anyway, and this also, the setting of these books is really beautiful anyway, so, anyway, okay, I'm just rambling right now, but I think, like I said, I think Jane Austen is another, like, another event theme that I think would be really fun. More so for the women than the men, but you can always make your men wear those nice cloth pants that the men wore with those jackets and stuff, because that can be very attractive. At least to me, anyway. Okay, so next, this one is the Grishaverse. I think the whole Russian kind of setting, even though I know this is not actually in Russia, it's just inspired by the Russian culture, but I think that would really be cool. And one of the guys at the party could dress up like the Darkling, and I think that'd be really fun. And you could all the keftas, I don't know how to say it, but I think all the women could dress up wearing those, and somehow you can find a way to portray all the different powers that the geisha have, and you could have you could have the food, and I think, I just think this is I think this could be a potentially really beautiful setting, with the two different palaces, and this would I just think this would be a really, I'm sure if someone else picked some of these that I picked, I'm sure they will explain it better than I will. But I think this has potential to be a really fun, a fun theme for a party. And last, like I said, again, another cliche suggestion, but Harry Potter. Harry Potter, come on, they have a whole theme park based on Harry Potter. So, that just proves this would be a perfect Harry Potter setting, with all the delicious food. You could serve butterbeer and you could have chocolate frogs, and I'm trying to think of what were some of the other foods that they had. And you can make little cars that have the famous witch or wizard on them, and you could have balloons that look like the different animals, or maybe that might be too hard. All the different magical creatures, and just everybody could dress up like their favorite house. You could have your whole house would be decorated with all the different, or the whole building wherever you have this party would be all decorated with not just the models of the creature, the models of all the Harry Potter creatures, but you could have them decorated like Hogwarts, like the Hogwarts houses, and have the Hogwarts emblem, and everybody could dress up like their favorite, whatever their house is, because everybody's probably taken that quiz on Pottermore to see what house you're in. Either that, or you already know which one you would want to be in. And to me, this could be more than just a kids party. I feel like it could also be for adults too, because everybody that is 20 and older has probably at least read. Well, maybe not everybody, but most people that are 20 and older grew up in the 90s, so they're not grow up in the 90s, but you know what I mean. So they're all familiar, and even if you haven't read the books, you've seen the movies, or you just heard of Harry Potter. So this would be a perfect theme. And even in the movie Yes Man, they had a Harry Potter movie marathon, and everybody was dressed up. And that would, I think, you could even do that. You could watch the movies if you want, or do a little reading of the book. And that might be a little not as fun for everybody. Everyone, yes, we all love to read, but even then. But yeah, I think Harry Potter would be a great theme. And so those are my top 5 themes for event themes that I would choose from books. This is top 5, and just to let you know, top 5 Wednesday. It was created by Ginger Reads Laney, and it's now hosted by Sam from Thoughts on Tomes. And I will post the link to the Goodreads group, so that if you're interested in it, or at least want to see the topics, then you can go there. All right, thank you. Bye, my fellow readers.